guys, so today I'm here to do a book review, and that is going to be for Tell the Wind and Fire by Sarah Reese Brennan. I loved this. This was such a great book, and I'm so glad I finally read it. I've been wanting to read it since I first heard about this book, and I finally am reading it, and I am so happy. It was so good. I really liked the aspects of it, and how it was so like the Tale of Two Cities like story, but it was so much its own. Like, even though I haven't actually read A Tale of Two Cities, like I do know the story, so it did such a good job. It's just, I can't. It was so good. I'll also tell you guys now, this book review won't have any spoilers in it. Well, hopefully like nothing that's going to be majorly spoiler-ish. Just some things to maybe make you want to read the book, but I don't want to spoil it for you because you don't want to know too much, but like enough that you want to read it. But like, I don't want to spoil it for you guys and want you to be able to watch the book review if you haven't read the book. But anyway guys, let's get into this review. So with this book, New York is being divided into two cities, and it's like the light half and the dark half, and Lucy, the main character, was born in the dark half, but she was a light magician, so her whole life she's kind of been living with all the darkness and like evolving to know how they think and how they feel. And then suddenly she gets taken out of the dark and put into the light with her father, and she becomes like the golden thread in the light, and she always gets paraded around and told about how she was freed from the dark city, and her whole life has been like this big show, and she just deals with it because what she did in the dark city to get her father out, she finds that it was such a disgraceful thing that she always hides what she is and how she feels, and she's got a lot of like issues with herself in that sense, that she doesn't know if she's light or dark, and she just doesn't know what she's really doing with her life until she meets Ethan, her boyfriend. What I really liked about this book is the love interest became the love interest before the book started. So like, you come into it when she's already with someone, and then she sort of talks about her past for quite a few chapters, and then she kind of goes back and forth. But like, she's with Ethan from the beginning. Like, there's no kind of like thing going on here. Like some books, it's like most of the time I'm okay with it, but I feel like this world, like you needed to really have the world introduced and like the plot and everything introduced, not just the love interest, and make it all about romance. But a complication arises when the new character is introduced called Carwin, and he is Ethan's doppelganger. If a light magician is close to death, a dark magician can use their power and make a replica of the person so that they're saved, and most of the time doppelgangers are killed, but in this instant Carwin was never killed and he escaped, and he's been sort of like running around the dark city, and then he comes into the light city and he sort of messes everything up. And it's a very interesting story because it's got Lucy having these two people that look the exact same, and her having to be able to tell the difference between them, being able to figure who's who, and like see how like someone she's loved could look like someone like so dark. And it's definitely light and dark with a lot of grey areas between the two, but that's basically the story, and how she like gets used to it, and how there's a lot of like rebellion happening with the dark city because they hate what the light city does to repress them. And I think this book did a really good job introducing the aspects of that, like of people wanting to fight and not be a part of this world where like everything's pretty much crap for them. So yeah, I really liked Lucy as a main character. She was so strong. Like, a lot of people might say that she is a bit like weak and stuff, but I don't think so. Like, her magic isn't the strongest, but she makes up for it in her thought processing, and also like she's able to like fight, and she hides that from people because like she learned in the dark city, but she doesn't really want people to know that she's like nothing more than just fragile, which most people think she is. So I like that she's got this whole like deception thing going on where she can hide how like amazing she really is, and just the way that she is with people and how much she cares about people. Like, I just really enjoyed that aspect of the book with her. Ethan, I feel like, was just like a very like fluffy duffy person, but like I really liked Carwin more than I liked Ethan because Carwin was just so much more complex. But like Ethan, I liked him. Like, he loved Lucy so much, and he cared about her and was looking after her and just wanted to be with her forever. And I knew that, like, you know, I really liked their relationship. Like, it was nice, but still, like with Carwin, like he's so dark and like mysterious, and just like, I mean, I love a bad boy. Like, most of my favorite book boyfriends are bad boys, and like with, you know, with a heart of gold. Carwin, though, he was so bad. Like, I get like a little bit of like darkling from him sometimes with how he treats people, but I really liked him, and just he's so complex. And actually, like, the fact that he has this big issue through the whole book that he doesn't think he has a soul, but I'm like, team man, you have soul. I feel you have a soul. You have to have a soul, man, because you're my favorite. But I really liked him, and just like his whole like relationship with Lucy, because it wasn't like, I didn't feel like a lot of romance with that, but I really liked the friendship that evolved with them and just everything was going on, and I really liked it, and it was so good. And what annoys me though is there's something happens at the end of this book that isn't, you know, the best and wasn't expected, and a lot of people are being really rude to Sarah Reese Brennan and saying that she should stop writing and that she should die and like she's ruined everything, and I'm just like, people like are so rude to authors sometimes. Like, yeah, authors can make their decisions they want. It's their book. They're the ones writing it. It's what they're thinking up. How they want to do it is how they're going to do it. If you disagree, you can disagree, but don't be like calling them out on it and being absolutely rude to people. Like, I just hate the fact that people do that. Like, it's not fun to read and have you hating on like authors. Like, I find it so disrespectful and rude, and like what happened at the end of the book, yeah, I was upset with, but like I didn't think that I wasn't going to send her a message about the fact that she should die and like not write anymore, you know. I mean, yeah, like there's no reason why that's okay to do that. Like, I mean, this is just a small little rant in this book review, but it just annoys me that people do this. But I have to say, I really enjoyed this book. Like, the world was so great. Like, it built so well. Like, I mean, there was parts of it that were a little bit confusing, but still, I really liked it. And there was a big range of characters and side characters that were so like lovable and nice, and they all cared about Lucy. And there wasn't really anyone that like I really hated. And like, there was, what's interesting about this book too is like a lot of things happen that you wouldn't expect. Like, so many things would just start happening and I was kind of like, oh my god, what am I reading? What's going on? Like, and that really added to like the emphasis of how good this book is for me. So if you want to give this a go, and I will say that I feel like it is similar to this Savage Song with the whole good versus evil and people in Dark City, people in the Light City, like with the whole Savage Song monsters and humans thing. Like, I feel like it's similar. I haven't even read this Savage Song, but I really want to read it now so that I can compare it to this book and see if my like thoughts that it is similar are right, because like, I just feel like it is similar. But like, I really loved it, and I think everyone should read it because it's so good. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this book review. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye!